Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're playing Remnant and you're running into these bosses and you need some help, I'm probably going to try and upload a handful of these, or as many as I have the time to do, where I'll give you quick tips on how to take down some of these bosses. They all have their own tells, their own arenas that are unique, movesets that are unique. So, anyways, first one up today, Legion. He's a Regenerator. His health will regenerate over time. So here's the thing with Legion. The only way to do damage to him is to shoot the glowing red orb when it opens up. Now, the trick is, when it's open, he's also shooting these red death orbs at you. So, that's the only time you can do damage to him. You don't actually shoot the guy himself. I'll cover that wave in a minute. So you're not shooting the guy sitting on the throne himself. You're shooting the orb that's floating around above him. So, while it's open, a couple things are going to be happening. This is your damage phase, but you have to keep a couple things in mind. He's also going to be shooting these red orbs at you, so you need to stick close to this pillar. I basically never leave this spot. I've been told from other people that the top right works really well, but it didn't work well for me. I found this to be much easier to manage. Just stay down here by this pillar. I've got a couple of pillars I can use for cover. Now here's one thing that you got to keep in mind. When that eye is open for you to be doing damage to him, you're also going to be taking stacks of madness. And if that meter fills up, it'll remove your HUD. You can't see the boss's health, your health, etc. And that creates a bit of a challenge. So, you don't want to stand out there for too long. Keep an eye on your madness meter. You don't want it to fill up. Now, that shockwave right there, here's the important thing you got to know about it. Every time that shockwave goes out, it spawns a new wave of ads. So all you got to do is make sure that every time you dodge that shockwave, which you do have to dodge or else it'll do a ton of damage to you. You've got the audio cues to let you know it's coming and to let you know that, boom, he does the attack. And that's when I spin my head, look for the wave, do the dodge. After I dodge it, boom, like that right there, now I know, boom, fresh ads are going to spawn. So, very first thing you do is look for the ads, kill the ads. That way you can focus on doing DPS without the hassle of having ads come up behind you. You got to make sure you kill the ads, because if you don't, some of the ads that spawn here will actually physically grab you and hold you in place, while other ads are walking bombs. They'll walk up to you, detonate on you, while the other guys got you held in place. So here, as soon as that shockwave hits, next thing I do is look for the ads, kill the ads, use the pillar for cover, keep doing damage to the eye. Now you'll notice the eye is actually floating around the map now. It's not over the throne like it was originally. That's because when you do about a third of its damage, once you get that health bar down to about 2/3, then it's going to become detached from the throne and float around. The shockwave still comes from the boss on the throne, so that's where you look for that. But the eye itself is going to be floating around. Now, it's really easy to manage when you use this pillar like I'm talking about, because even if you're peeking out a little bit, those balls detonate on the hitbox of the pillar is bigger, I guess. I don't know. But they detonate on the pillar instead of you, which makes it a lot easier to manage. So, shockwave spawns, I look for the ads, I kill them, then I go right back to focusing on the eye. Now, you'll notice I'm not even actually using my abilities very much. I'm not even using the mods on my gun much. This is a pretty vanilla fight. It doesn't take a whole lot. All it requires is just a little bit of discipline and stamina. It's just a test of time. Can you manage the basic mechanics? And nothing else changes other than the eye floating around. The encounter stays the same from start to finish other than that one change. But there's no final form or anything like that will complicate things for you or surprise you later in the fight. It's got to use your ears to hear for when that shockwave is getting charged up. Then I know to look at it, pay attention to it. Boom, we do the dodge. Now we got the ads. Some of them are exploders, so you do want to make sure you keep your distance from them. I'm putting my back to the pillar while I take that guy out, so that I don't get hit by those red glowing orbs. The faster you can take out those ads, the better, because then you're going to have more time to focus on damage. Now, I have a feeling this fight would go so much faster if you were like a gunslinger or hunter, because you're going to have the ranged weapons that are going to help you really easily whittle this guy's health down with bigger damage. But I'm using a pistol and a shotgun. My build was all for CQC at the time, so I was like, oh, whatever, we'll just roll with it. So I was able to do much better damage when the eye was roaming around, because then my shotgun slugs could actually hit it, and do a considerable amount of damage. Alright, Legion's almost dead at this point. Boom, there it is. And it's Dunsky. Easy peasy. Like I said, this fight is really not too challenging. It's just about managing the timing of everything, right? Shockwave adds DPS to the eye. Shockwave adds DPS to the eye. You manage that okay, you'll be just fine. Use that pillar. Trust me, it works. All right, hope you found that helpful. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.